Yes. So AJ, my pronouns are they, them, and I'm a tarot reader, I'm a witch, and yeah, I love to um, create moments where we can read together, where we can um, do rituals together and kind of like, yeah, connect to ourselves and each other. So that's it.
So, what was it that brought you to work with tarot and in the more esoteric realm?
Mm. So I'm Italian, and a lot of people in Italy read tarot, and one of those people is my mom. So growing up, I learned tarot from her, even though it's like from a slightly different deck. It's like a playing cards deck, which only has the minor arcana in it, most of the minor arcana. But yeah, I learned tarot from her reading from me, and I guess that. Yeah, it really taught me how much of a tool for connection it is. So it really, that's one of the things that I love the most about it is like how quickly it can connect people, uh, and how deeply it can connect people, even though you might not see them after this moment. But like, I really love seeing how like interpreting language or like meaning making happens through tarot. So yeah, that's how it came about for me and kind of developed from there.
And do you work with many queer clients particularly? And if you do, how do you find their natural relationship is to tarot? Do you feel that it
Mm,
comes quite naturally, or are there any blocks that might
mm,
come up around that?
mm. Yeah, I work with a lot of queer people, mostly queer people actually, because I think tarot has been something that has been connecting us in our community, so a lot of queer people come to me to learn and also to practice if they already know, and I think that like if people are just starting out, I think the major block that people have is that they worry that they don't know what the cards mean. And I think that for me, it's really interesting to support people with that because I see tarot like as something that it's very important that we actually reinterpret and queer up and kind of as much as like is a tool for connection with other people is also a tool for connection with ourselves and like our intuition and our spirituality if we're interested in that. Um, so I think for me, like, yeah, one of the major blocks that people tend to find if they're just starting out, especially if like trusting themselves that they can read without having that much information about it. Um, and then this kind of trust in yourself continues anyway. Like I think is something to keep practicing, and the tarot kind of challenges you to practice. So yeah, I would say that's the one of the main thing that comes up.
Do you think because I know the workshop that you're doing for us, do you think there's an element
Mm.
of the binaries of the archetypes that might play into that as well? Uh,
Yeah.
and what are some ways that people could kind of deepen that trust in themselves when they're reading the cards or making them
Mm.
apply to themselves?
Yes, I think that ultimately, like, yeah, the struggle with many decks is they're based on Rider White Smith, which are quite binary, and they have a very specific history as to how they came about. So, um, especially like the court cards or like the cards that have people in it can feel quite challenging for people because maybe they don't reflect who they are or their identities, or they just feel quite cryptic. And I think that the way we've been taught to read them is also quite limiting. So yeah, I think that the kind of trust in your intuition is also part of that. Like for me, it's like how do you reimagine a card to reflect your life experience and like who you are, and supporting people to do that. And also, if you are very repelled by a card or very like confused by it, like what does that say to you? And is it like maybe a comment on how society works and like the pressures that you're feeling externally. So it's not about trying to reimagine it, but it's about like the external and how it's playing in interaction with you. And so I like to both try to break away from the boxes that tarot kind of brings up and also kind of be with it to see what they are saying about our experience and what we want and need instead.
To like claim the experience of it.
Yeah.
Okay, so could you give us a little description of your workshop that you'll be doing for us?
Yes, so on that point, yeah, we will be exploring how to queer court cards, which I feel like are one of the most cryptic and difficult parts of the deck sometimes for people to read. So yeah, we will be still kind of connecting with what's the system of court cards, so to understand how it came about, and also to break away some of the things that are not so helpful or supportive when we're reading court cards, and then from there kind of recreate our versions of it and kind of expand our understanding of what a court card can mean and how we can make it resonate better with ourselves and people around us. Yeah.
Amazing. So do people need to bring their own tarot decks to the session?
Yes, ideally, people need to bring their own tarot decks. If people don't have one, there is ways to like look up the cards online. So I will have like links that people can use to see like what I'm talking about, and I will have slides. But it's helpful if people have a deck. Yeah, but
Amazing.
no tarot knowledge is needed because, as I said, we will be reading the cards intuitively. So people don't have to have kind of experience in like what the cards mean and things like that, as I'll be guiding people to find that out for themselves in the session.